The following is brought to you by PaulAkers.net.
Hey everyone, just recently I went down to San Diego to visit my mom. She's 95 years old. She's doing quite well. We went for walks up and down the street. We visited with the local dogs. We had a great time. We went up to Julian, got some apple pie, and then we went out to Point Loma where my dad is interned. And I just thought I'd sit down in a little chair and just do an interview with her and just kind of find out what she was thinking. Now, Point Loma is a very beautiful place. It's a military cemetery, and it's absolutely stunning, super well maintained. And we just sat out on the lawn overlooking San Diego Bay. And before we did that, we went by to see where my dad was interned. And one of the most interesting things is, you have all these placards with all these inscriptions on them. But my father's just says one thing: Harry Akers, passion. He was a very passionate man. He was an amazing guy, a super smart guy. So here's the interview with my mom.
One word. Hey everyone, Paul Akers. This is going to be a lot of fun. I got my mom here. Mom, say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so the reason this is coming about is yesterday we went for apple pie up in Julian. Have a good time?
Yes.
Yeah. And I posted that video, and Rick Black saw the video, and he said, his mom had died a year ago, and one of the things he wanted to do, I asked Rick, I said, is there anything you wish you would have done? Because, I still have my mom here, and I don't want to lose that opportunity, because there's a lot of questions I wish I would have asked my dad, and I didn't ask him. Even though I talk to him all the time, there's still questions I wish I would have asked him. So Rick said, I wish I would have kind of documented her life a little more, put a camera, ran it, and let her just talk about her life and everything. So I thought, hey, let's seize the moment. We've talked a lot about urgency. I'm a very urgent person. I always do things just like this. 6 days ago, I almost died. And because of my urgency, I got to the doctor just in the nick of time. Could you imagine? You almost outlived me. Can you believe that?
Oh, hi.
Yeah. My mom's 95 and I'm 60 and I almost died from a bee sting. But here, let's just get going. Mom, tell me about what year were you born?
1925.
1925. And where are your parents from?
From the island of Crete.
Yeah, Crete. The island of Crete. So they're both Greek. Now,
yes.
Did your mother and father come to America together?
No, I think my father came first to New York.
So Grandpa came first to New York.
Yeah.
And then how much longer before Grandma followed?
He went back to get her.
Oh, he went back to get her. How long? About how long did that take? A couple years?
No, I think he did that fast.
He did it fast.
Yeah.
Why? Here's the most important question for everybody that even questions how great America is. Why did your parents come to America?
Because they heard that it was a good place.
Good place. They heard it was a good place.
Yeah.
And were they disappointed?
No.
No.
He never wanted to go back.
Never wanted to go back.
No.
There you go. America. What an amazing place. What a gift that we all have.
Yeah.
And your parents recognized it.
Yes.
Proud
my
Greeks,
father.
but they were Americans.
Yes.
Proud Greeks, but they were Americans.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't even Greek Americans. They were Americans.
Yes.
They were Americans. It's an amazing story here. So how many sisters did you have?
6 sisters.
No, you didn't. You had nine total.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nine total.
Yeah.
Right? But 2 of them died?
Yeah, 2 died.
Oh, okay. So that's why you say you had 9, because you were the 7th. Yeah, 6. Okay,
Yeah.
I get new stuff to the story. So 6 sisters, and the 2 that died. How young were they when they died? You remember?
Well, Catherine was very young.
Very young.
And she was a teenager.
Oh, she was a teenager. She died from tuberculosis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the other one, what did they die from?
A childbirth.
Childbirth. And do you remember her name?
Yeah, Antoinette.
Antoinette. Okay. And so you had 6 sisters outside of yourself. So there were 7 of you that were raised. And now there's only a couple of left right now. And Dawn and Helen is left, correct?
Yes. That's right.
And of those 6 sisters, I know this is difficult, but I think you can say it on camera now. Who was your favorite sister? Who did you get along with the best? Who did you kind of like to hang with the most?
I didn't have a favorite.
Oh, you didn't have a favorite. Okay, so that's okay. We can skip that question. Didn't have a favorite. Well, she answered it. Okay, I got a question for you. So when you first went to work, you didn't go to college, correct?
I went to college.
Oh, you went to college. Did you graduate?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Now, what did you go to college for?
Well, because at the time, girls went to school They had a mission
Okay, they had a mission.
Yeah.
And what was the mission?
to go continue schooling,
Okay,
and that was the idea.
okay. And you went to school and you became a bookkeeper, right?
Yes,
And what was the name of the company you became a bookkeeper for?
John David.
John David. And were they a clothing manufacturer or what did they
Yes,
do?
they were clothing store.
Kind of like Brooks Brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
for men.
And did you work your way up in that company or what
Yes, I
happened?
did.
And what did you start? What was your first position and what was your ending position?
I was a hacker.
A packer?
Yeah.
So packing the clothes.
Yeah,
Right.
people would come in and shop.
Oh, okay. And then you would package all the things, which
Yeah.
is quite interesting because, everyone knows me as being a little OCD and I'm very neat and organized. Well, I got a lot of that from my mom because my dad was absolutely a disaster.
Yeah.
My dad was a disaster. And my mom always was fussing over everything. One of the jokes we have when we go on vacations with her, she always has a bunch of bags. She's always packing and repacking everything.
Yeah.
So that comes from the packing days of when
Yeah.
you worked in New York.
Yeah, and
Right,
it taught me to be neat.
It taught you to be neat. So a good thing from a lean perspective on teaching and training. So she got that teaching and training and it really moved
yes.
over to the rest of her life and then it moved over to my life, right?
Yes,
Absolutely
yes,
good.
and I brought my family in to the
Right.
company.
Oh, you brought your family in. So other of your sisters work there?
Yeah.
Oh, and Thalia and Dawn and Anna
Dawn and Jean.
and
was-
Jean. Oh, and they all work there.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about how you met Dad. How'd you meet Dad?
I met Dad at the USO
In New York.
in New York.
Right, and when you met Dad, what did he say to you? How did he? You were just standing there, and you were at a dance,
Yeah.
and you were just
I
standing there by
didn't-
yourself, or you were with your sisters?
No, I was by myself.
Oh,
but
you're going to pick up a guy.
yeah.
Ah, you're one of those. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
So you're going to pick up the guys, okay? And then what happened?
And then Harry came over,
Harry came over.
and he said, "Would you like to dance?"
Yeah, and what'd you say?
I said, "Yes."
You didn't go like this to him or anything, right?
No.
And you said yes.
Yes.
And was he a good dancer?
He wasn't a. Well, it's the thing about Dad. He had a lot of courage.
Oh, wow. The title of my new book, and I didn't even know this was coming out. Dad had a lot of courage. Tell me about, what does that mean? Tell me about the courage.
He just came over and he asked me to dance, and I really didn't want to dance, but I felt he came over.
So why not, right?
Yeah, I thought I'd try it out.
Right, interesting. So Dad asked you to dance, and did you like him?
Well,
Not really.
I'm not really.
Not really.
No.
Okay, good.
Not really.
And so what happened next?
Well, he asked me to dance, and I said no.
Oh, you said no.
Yeah.
Oh, and then what
I
happened?
said no, thank you. No, thank you.
And then what happened?
But he was persistent.
Oh, he's persistent.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
maybe a
he
sense of
didn't-
urgency.
Yeah, Dad never gave.
He never gave up.
No.
No, he never gave up. And so he asked you several times. You finally said yes.
Yeah. Then I finally said yes.
And did you dance once with him or 10 times with him?
I think a couple of times.
Couple of times.
Yeah.
And then did he get your phone number?
Yeah.
How did he get your phone number?
Yeah. I told him.
But did he ask for it, or you just told him?
No, he asked for it.
And then what happened? Did he call you back the next day, the next week,
the
the next month?
day.
The next day.
Yeah.
Oh, a little urgency again.
Yeah.
And then what happened then? Did you go out with him?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
did. I made a face. I didn't want to go out with him, but I was afraid to say no to him.
Oh, so you're being a little difficult. Okay. Okay, so you went out with him, and then how did that date go? Good?
Yeah, he was very nice. He was very nice.
Yeah.
So I was glad I said.
You said yes.
Yes.
And then you guys dated for how long before you got married?
I think a year.
A year. And the killer thing about this is, my mom's a New Yorker, raised in Manhattan,
Yeah.
and my dad's a farmer from from Colorado. And so they're literally green acres. You know, people, and when I was a kid, they used to sing the song, "Green Acres is the place to be." Well, little did they know, literally, my mom was Zsa Zsa Gabor, raised in a very sophisticated environment. My dad was from a farm.
Yes.
So very, very similar to the actual Green Acres story or situation comedy that used to be on TV when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then you moved away. All the other sisters stayed in New York, but you're the only one that moved away to California with Dad.
Yeah. I was
And do you remember what year that was when you moved to California?
Yeah, 1955.
1955, and you moved to Lancaster first, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, first to Lancaster where Dad worked with General Dynamics,
Yeah.
right? And then from there you went to San Diego, correct?
Yeah, he moved to San Diego.
Yeah.
So then he asked me if I wanted to go, and I said probably yes. Said yes.
Yeah.
So
And so, did you like San Diego?
yes, I
It's a
did.
beautiful place.
Yes.
Yeah. Compared to New York, it's a lot different though.
No, I
Small
just-
town.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was a big shot.
Oh, you thought? Why did you think you were a big shot? Because you
Because
moved away?
No, because I was from New
Oh,
York.
because you were from New York. Ah, I never knew that. So you thought you were kind of like someone special. You were a New Yorker.
Yes.
Which is the typical New Yorker attitude even today.
Yeah,
They all
I'm
think
a
they're
New
something. They
Yorker.
think they're more than they are. But whatever. I don't care if you don't like me. My whole family's from New
I
York. I
thought
can
I
say
was
that.
above him.
You thought you were above him.
Yeah.
Oh, this is all stuff I'm learning. Thanks to Rick Black for suggesting that I interview my mom. So I learned all this stuff because I didn't know that. You actually thought you were above him and he was like the farm boy and you were the city slicker.
Yeah, and I was sophisticated.
And you were sophisticated. Wow, I didn't know any of this. That's very interesting.
yeah.
And so when was Nick born? Like in 1957?
Yeah.
Yeah, and was he born in San Diego or Lancaster?
Nick was born in Lancaster.
Okay, and I was born in San Diego in 1960.
Yeah.
Right. What are some of your best memories of the early days of living in San Diego? What are some of the best memories? Some of the things you said, wow, I'm really glad I married Harry Akers and I'm really glad I moved to San Diego. What were things that you said, this is special?
I think what was special is that Harry turned out to be better than I expected.
Oh, interesting. And why did Dad turn out to be better than you expected?
I thought he was very respectful.
Oh, very respectful. And tell me what that looked like. How did that manifest itself? I didn't know any of this, so this is all news to me.
When he came to San Diego,
Yeah.
he started questioning me a lot about my past.
Okay. And
And he wanted to know about me.
oh, he wanted to know more about you.
Yeah.
And that you felt that was good because he was interested in you.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. And he also turned out to be pretty successful working for General Dynamics
yes.
and investing in real estate. And,
Yeah.
he created a good financial future for our family.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So he wasn't,
I felt secure.
you felt very secure, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I saw my dad do that. And, he didn't make a lot of money, but he invested his money wisely.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah. And
He
so
did.
now, even at 95, you're secure. You're not worried about anything. And Dad's
No.
been gone for about 10 years now.
No.
Yeah, about 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he was very clean.
Right, very clean cut. Yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't out there womanizing and stuff like that.
No, no.
Right.
No, and I felt very secure with him.
So what are the most important things we should know about you? What makes you tick? What makes you happy?
Trusted Harry.
You trusted him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But what makes you happy as a person? When you look back on your life, 95 years, what is the thing that gives you the greatest fulfillment in life?
I think being true to yourself.
Being true to yourself. And what does that mean?
Like, I don't put a front on.
Yeah. So you're not maybe necessary you're not worried about what everybody thinks,
No.
but just about being who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've seen that in a lot of the video interviews that I've done in the car. She tells you exactly as it is, which is probably, again, where I get it from, because I can be a little abrupt and a little bit in people's face, too, so I probably get that from you.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
right.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
you
yeah,
got it
yeah,
from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. And as you look back on life right now, what do you think are some of the most important things that people should consider so they feel good about their life when they get to your age?
Well, I think that Harry was very true to himself,
Yeah.
and he didn't put up a facade to impress me.
Ah, yeah.
He was who he was,
Right.
and,
And he
you
was
can't-
that way to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your father like?
My father was a character.
He was a character. Why?
Yeah.
Tell me about him.
My father was a tailor,
He was a tailor.
and
Was he a tailor in Greece?
no,
What did he do in Greece?
nothing.
Nothing. What do you mean nothing? There's no work.
They had no work.
He had no work. So how did he make a living? How did he make money?
I don't know how.
But he came to the United States and learned to be a tailor?
Dad could put anything all over on a lot of people.
Oh, your father could put anything over on people?
Yeah,
Like-
comfortable with himself,
Oh.
and he could.
What was your mom like?
My mother was very indifferent.
Very indifferent. What do you mean indifferent?
My mother who she was, and
She wasn't like a standout character.
no.
But your dad was a standout
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
Were you more like your mom or more like your dad?
I think I took some from both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
My father was a true New Yorker.
A true New Yorker. So he adapted and became a New
Yeah.
Yorker. And what's a true New Yorker? Describe it to me.
Comfortable with himself.
Comfortable, confident,
Confident. Oh, yeah.
very confident. And
I-
why do you think New Yorkers are so confident? What do you think? Where do you think that comes from?
Their environment.
Their environment actually creates that because it's difficult. You have to be
Yes,
tough
yes,
to survive there.
Yes.
I see.
And so.
Were you close to your father? Was your father close to you? Did he
My
hold
father
you?
liked me.
He liked you.
Yes. He liked me. And I think even before he died,
Yeah.
he liked me even more.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
And why do you think he liked you?
Because I stood by him.
You stood by him. You supported him.
I supported him.
What was your father and dad like each other?
Yes, I think so.
Were they both? Was your dad neat or was your dad messy? Because our dad was messy. Was your dad neat or was he messy?
He was neat.
He was neat.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
He was very neat.
Very
And
neat.
he was very meticulous.
Very well dressed. Harry Truman was a haberdashery as
Yes,
well, so
yes.
same thing. And Harry Truman was very meticulous as well.
Yeah.
Okay, how old was your dad when he died? Do you remember?
Like 65.
65. Yeah.
From where he came from,
Yeah.
he was quite a gentleman.
Right.
You know, he was very finished.
Right. He's very finished.
Yeah.
But was your mother and father both from Crete?
They're both
Both from Crete.
from the island of Crete.
The island of Crete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're recording.
Yeah, we're recording.
Uh,
This is your chance right now.
yeah.
Anything you want to tell them about life?
Harry was very outgoing.
Your dad thought that my father, Harry, was very outgoing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And was
Very.
that good?
Well, it was good because in my family, not too many of us were outgoing.
Was it a problem that dad wasn't Greek?
Oh, no.
No, it was no problem.
No.
There was no problem that you married a non-Greek.
Yeah, no.
Wow, that's great.
They thought he was Greek. They treated like a Greek.
They treated him like a Greek, even though he wasn't Greek. He's
Yeah.
anything but Greek. He's English, German, Irish, everything
Yeah.
else. Interesting. Good.
Yeah, that didn't bother them.
Yeah, there you go. America, the land where you come and you integrate in and everybody lives together.
Yeah,
Right?
that's right.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Gee, so much to say about that subject. Oh, well, here you go. Well, hopefully you enjoyed all this. I had a good time talking to Mom. Mom, did you have a good time?
Yes.
Okay?
Always.
Say goodbye to everyone, okay? Bye.
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 I love you all.
Love you all.
Lest anyone forget, around the globe, people are free because of the sacrifice of Americans. There are cemeteries and graves around the world filled with American servicemen and women who fought for freedom for other people.
Brought to you by paulakers.net, where you'll find all Paul's books and lean resources for free, including the new 2-second lean play app, like Audible, but free. To listen to Lean is Lean on the 2-second lean play app at paulakers.net.